Welcome back everyone to Pineleaf Plays Lore Master. I am here in Dunland at the Rohirrim Scout Camp. And before I speak with Sheridan here, I have a loot box to unlock. So let's see what's inside of it. A starlit crystal. Oh, right. I think I'll save that until I imbue an object, since it doesn't say anything about having a level limit. I think I already have that quest there, so I'll save that when I imbue. Now, Sheridan. Hello there. It looks like you have some quests for me. A dark and lonely forest.
What can I do for you?
Fine Wolf, it is good that you have come, though I must say I did not doubt much that our paths would be crossing once more. There is a great evil afoot, and we could use your aid. Alright, this is of course to track our Gwillian, I presume. I'm definitely doing the Gwillian series here, because we can't leave that one out. And also, see, and the epic.
What have you learned of the Dunlanding clans?
Your journey through the Dunland for Lou Brennan is almost at its end, Pine Wolf. What have you learned for the Dunlanding clans? I see. Saruman's influence is greater than we thought. It is good that you have sought to help the people resist him, even though it bears little fruit. This man here, there is Theodred, the son of the King of Rohan. He has crossed into Dunland with a small party and similar mission to see what is happening in the heart of Dunland. Right, so we are to speak with Theodred. That could be useful. And what's the level of these things? 72? Yeah, we're right at the right level for the quest here also. That's great. And also, speaking of evil things,
What can I do for you?
what is this you have for me? I have seen this symbol before. I am not sure to what it's supposed to represent, but it reminds me of some of the demons of Gwillian summoned against us in the Windfells. Can't remember if we did that Gwillian stuff in the Windfells or if I lost it or what, but whether we did it there or not, we are doing Gwillian here. So I have no trouble finding that series here. Let's see, ring. Okay, we have done that. Let's speak with Theodred. Hello there, your highness.
You run errands for folk long sworn to be the enemies of my people.
We are met in dangerous times, Pine Wolf. You run errands for folk sworn to the enemies of my people. It has been a long time since the Dunlandings crossed into my father's kingdom with the design of conquest. Without the urging I fear that Saruman is giving them, they would not have the courage to do so again. The wizard has done my people a great wrong with this, and he must pay for it. My men and I forded the Eisen and came by animals' paths into this wood. That is where we encountered Sheridan and learned of his mission. We could use your help, if you can spare it. Why not? Everybody else needs my help.
We are all ill at ease in this forest, and your ranger friend here is not the reassuring sort.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the way rangers are. My men have reported feeling a watchful presence as they walk beneath the trees. I do not like it. I have heard that Saruman can move about unseen by mortal eyes. Could it be that his presence my men have felt? Well, I think it's someone called William, but that's beside the point. If you oppose the wizard, go to these places and see if you can feel the presence, as my men do. One of these places is a gnarled tree to the northwest, and the other is a camp of Dunlandings far to the north. Uval Caldus, between the arms of the mountains. Alright, okay, so check out an old gnarled tree. And check out a Dunlanding camp. I think I know what I'll find at the Dunlanding camp. Dunlandings. Pine Wolf. When I and my companions first came here, we noticed almost at once a queer stillness about the forest. There is undoubtedly a foul presence at work here, and I would wager that Gwillian has something to do with it. But, thus far, we have been unable to find the source. Perhaps you will aid us in this? There are two trees, one to the northwest and one to the southwest, which were clearly once used in some Dunlanding ritual. One is called the mustering tree, for it is where the forces of Dunland gathered to go to war against Gondor and Rohan long ago. The other is called the tree of tribute, for a brave Dunlanding warrior stood there against the strong forces of their enemies and sacrificed himself to allow his clan to escape. Search these places for the clues, then follow the signs wherever they may lead. When you have discovered the source of the evil there, return to me. I have provided you with tools to dig with, should the need arise. Alright, there you go. A peace-shattering silence. Okay. A peace-shattering silence. Let's first try. Is this towards the Dunlanding camp, or is this towards the tree? Well, I see a big tree up ahead. Now, it looks like a pretty old tree. It also doesn't look like a very alive tree, if you ask me. I mean, look at that. All the other trees have foliage. Now, I've been complaining about how much foliage there are for. Was it? Well, actually, we're starting to get pretty far south, so you could maybe see some. After I was complaining about harvesting and all the harvesting that you have. The wood remains still and quiet. You feel no presence here. Okay, yeah, I had to get a little bit closer in order to get the other quest. There you go. Now let's head to the Dunlanding camp, which I think is. See, that's the tree of tribute. The other. We'll worry about the tree of tribute later. First, let's take care of the Dunlanding camp up here, where, as I said, I am most likely going to be running into Dunlandings. What else are we going to see? Actually, in retrospect, maybe it would have been a good idea to have done the tree first and all that stuff, because I think, don't we get sent back to this camp here later? But that might not be a part of the. I don't think that's part of the Gwillian series, though, and I might not do everything. I probably will level before getting too much further beyond that. Let's see. Now, where is the camp? Up this way, right? Got hounds all over the place. Yeah, dust hounds, dust hounds, dust hounds. They're always all over the place, except of course when you have a quest to find them, right? Okay, yeah, here's the Dunlanding camp up here. We could bypass the rest of the dusk hounds. There's the stable master right there to lead to our friends the Falcon Clan. And now, Uvil Caldus. Let's deal with them. Yeah. Got her before she could get her first shot off. How nice. And now for you. Alright, Now let's go up this way and see how we do against these mobs. So let's right now, as for update 23, update 23 is we've been 2 weeks because over the week before and after Labor Day there weren't any bulwark rebuilds, but there's probably going to be one next week. They're hoping that'll be the last one, I believe, but of course, if anything goes wrong, that may change, of course. Oh, that means then that maybe 2 weeks afterwards, I'd say at most, before we get a release. So let's say about 1 week for this week, 2 weeks for. So from when I'm recording this, maybe about 3 weeks before the release of update 23. Alright, well, actually, that maybe aside from the Dunlandings, you feel no unusual or mysterious presence. Alright, so that takes care of that quest. And what's in here? Just a regular wooden chest. You really shouldn't. Really wish they didn't glow like that, but alright, well, we have to live with that. Let's get out of here and back to camp. Whew. I think I managed to do this without going by the captain last time. Let's take care of this guy first. Then we take care of the captain. We're Saruman. Well, I know which side you're on now. Oh, Drake Luth. Well, that's guaranteed to tell him which side we're on. We all. There you go. Darkness take you. Yeah, really. That's what I gotta say about that. But alright, let's say update 23, at most 3 weeks away, because I'm pretty sure they're going to try to get it out by the end of the month. Might be just 2 weeks away. And when that comes out, there will be some adjustment to the morale of mobs. I don't know whether at this level morales are going up, down, or are going to be about the same. They're still tweaking exactly what kind of morales they're going to have. The first build, they were the higher level ones were a little bit low. They tweaked those up a little bit, not as high as before. Like, seeing that in update 22 they were a little bit high, though I know some people are complaining about that little bit of a nerf. Well, it's too easy now, you face roll them. Well, whatever. That's the problem is when you have a game where you have the casual crowd versus the best equipped crowd. You've got the ones who are going through their solo versus the ones who are going through in a group. 6 people who are raid ready are certainly going to will certainly roll through most. Actually, I was about to say most areas. That would say any area. I think they could even roll through Tarlin's Crown if you were raid ready and you had 6 people. You could you fly through Tarlin's Crown maybe. I'm assuming at level here. But Tarlin's Crown, of course, is designed for 6. Let's see. So, let's see. Theodred.
You felt nothing? Perhaps my men have been too long in this wood.
Yeah, that's always a possibility that they've been here too long. Let's see. Decorated. I think we could take that.
Do not mistake these Dunlandings for friends in anything but necessity.
It is time that you return to New Brennan with what you have learned of Dunland. But I ask that you keep this in mind. There are Dunlandings and there are Dunlandings. This Falcon clan may oppose Saruman, but for what I am thankful, but they still bear no love for my people. Yeah, there is that. We're not going to go back to Tar Morva immediately, because we still have this thing with Aguilian that we have to worry about. And see, I believe the tree is this way. But anyway, those adjustments are to make the lower levels, and I think maybe also the middle levels, a little bit more challenging, and the higher levels to tone it down a little bit. Whether they find, oh, there's the tree right there. Whether they find the right balance or not, we'll have to find out, because that's always been, the earth around the roots has been disturbed. Okay. Now, let's see, quest item. You should use the pick Saruman gave you to dig the disturbed earth. Okay, okay. There you go. Let us mine. And let's take care of the spirit. Though, I remember oh, okay, good. Done. But I remember in Boulder, I tested out what was going on with the low levels, very, very low levels. Level the stuff in Archit, where you used to just steamrolling everything because everything has something like a 30 morale and the like, and I think the lowest level mob on Boar had something like 100 morale or something like this, which essentially meant that you had actually had time to use your skills. For example, if you're a warden, being able to complete a gambit is now possible on a single mob, which was a bit of a thing you couldn't do before. Well then, I took care of those quests. So, what is next? Ah, I have this token of the old goat. Upon his banishment, the Kuthral Nokuth dropped his token similar to those dug from beneath the Tree of Tribute. You should bring all 3 tokens to Saradan at once. Alright, I found these tokens.
Greetings.
Indeed, these medallions confirm what I suspected all along. I thought that Gwillian might have allies in Dunland, and it seems I was right. One of these tokens bears the mark of the goat, the Drugavar summoned by the old woman of the mountain. This one bears the mark of the stag, and the third one the ox. Clans we have encountered here in Dunland. Well, yeah, so have they to do with the clans, or do they have to do with something else? That's always a question for that. Let's see, 661, 7. We'll take that. There you go. And what else? While you were away, Andrag sent a message for me. He came upon a grove where creatures of darkness haunt the Gravenwood. With your tale of Kuthral and the Tree of Tribute, and your discovery of these tokens, it is clear that Gwillian is near at hand. Go meet with Andrag, and see what assistance he requires of you. You may find Andrag near the place called the Slade of Shadows, some distance to the south. Alright, let's go to the Slade of Shadows, because that is, of course, why I am deciding to stay here at the Gravenwood rather than heading straight to Lubrin, despite the fact that my XP bar says I'm about to hit another level. Now, there is one possibility. So it's a question here. Do I... Maybe it's a good idea to bring out the old XP disabler that I had before. That's perhaps, but I think I'd rather do that at 75. Let's see. So let's head up the hill and let us find the Slade of Shadows. I've arrived in the Slade of Shadows.
What brings you to the wilds of Enedwythe?
It is good to see you, Pine Wolf. If you peer around the rock to the south, you'll see that trouble is brewing in this place. I have need of your aid. And what kind of aid does he need? We'll find that out in the next episode of Piney Plays, the Lore Master.